On the move, they're off now. Starter caught them in a fair line. Fast out of the gate is TAVISAN near the inside. Alinka began fast, walked the talk. Sakaro not far away with Genevieve and Facts or Fiction on the fence going forward. They were followed by Miss 2020, then came Approach Discreet, wanting to over race with its mouth open. Defies Logic got a fair way back with Hulbert, and back in between runners at the tail of the field is First Tier. TAVISAN has got plenty of razzle dazzle out of the gate and led Alinka at the 750. Walk the talk over racing third on the outside of Facts or Fiction. 2 lengths away Sakaro, back on the inside a bit Genevieve. Approach Discreet covered up by Miss 2020. Well back is Hulbert, wider out Defies Logic, and First Tier if it's going to win. The filly will have to come from last and about 7 or 8 lengths away from TAVISAN. Walker just gave it a bit more leather near the corner at the 450. TAVISAN a neck in front, Alinka flat. Walk the talk running on. Around the field starting to come with a run Genevieve, Sakaro, and further back Approach Discreet to the outside. First Tier well back. TAVISAN shot away. 2 in front at the 300, down to the 2 now. Lead clearly. Doubt wide Approach Discreet and Sakaro running on well, but it's TAVISAN 3 in front. Approach Discreet, TAVISAN running on strongly on, or rather TAVISAN in front, and TAVISAN's going to go on and win from Sakaro. Approach Discreet and First Tier late from Genevieve, and then Walk the Talk. Behind those Defy Logic. They were followed next in by Hulbert, Miss 2020. Alinka dropped out, and Facts or Fiction at the tail of the field.
Yeah, Mick, it didn't go to plan in race number 1. Your bloke still ran well, but geez, this bloke looks to have plenty of speed and plenty of ability.
Well, how he raced then was how he works. You know, I've worked him with some nice horses and he matches up good. He's a polite sort of gelding. He does everything right. He's trialled well. I know they get derby distances this breed, but I remember training Tavistock for 3 runs, and he was genuine 1600 metre horse, and this horse might be the same. So now at least he's got a win. We can plot a course. Look, he's a 3-year-old. I'll run him in the good races and see where we go with him, but I think he's 12, 14, 16 type horse. It's a pretty good win. It's very good.
Absolutely. He'd had the 4 starts in New Zealand. You know, they thought enough of him to throw him in a Group 1. Is that the reason he came across the Tasman to you, to have a go at some of these nicer races in spring?
He was always allotted to us, but Grant wanted to run him in New Zealand. That's fine. And I don't think that he handled the genuine New Zealand wet ground. So here on this sort of improving soft 7, he probably thinks it's a fast track for what he's been used to. But anyway, it was a really good win.
When you say, you know, have a look at some of those nicer races in the spring, is he a horse that you'd look to get out to a mile like Tavistock?
Yeah, no doubt at all. Look, he's mature, he's sound, he'll train on, he's a gelding, he's uncomplicated, and I would be plotting a course into the Caulfield Guineas, as optimistic as that sounds. You know, can't win it with no plan, so that's the way we'll go.
And the other bloke probably looks more of I suppose, the traditional Tavistocks that might get over a little bit further ground. He got out and the race was probably all over Hulbert.
Well, I was just saying to myself out there, why didn't I run him in a 1400? It's a bit of a waste of a run then. But look, he's a lovely Derby type of colt. I'm not sure how far he'll get this spring, but he's a real Derby type of Tavistock.
Well done. Plenty to look forward to with both of them.
Thanks, James.
He looked to be a length in front after they'd gone a couple of strides.
Yeah, he jumped really good out the gates, but Mick and I said before the race, just ride your race and see where it puts you. I actually made him jump, and he flew. He went to the front. He did well because the horse took him on, but he didn't try and reef and tear. He actually settled with the horse outside him. I actually had to shake him up just a little bit before the corner because he was coming back to them a bit. It was quite easy in the end. I felt that I hadn't found the bottom of him. He's a horse still learning, but he's a staying horse, and I think obviously he's won today, but I know for a fact that Tavistock's improved with blinkers, so maybe down the track he could be a horse that could put them on him.
Visually, for me watching the race, the most impressive part seemed to be that when you did shake him up and ask him there at the 300 or 400 metres, he really put 2 lengths on them pretty quickly. Yeah,
he did. Like I say, he was waiting for them top of the straight, and I thought, we've had it that easy in front, let's go. And he put a couple on them, and he sort of floated a little bit again. He got through the track, but I'd like to see him with the track, just with the cut out of it, be even better.
Horse with plenty of upside, one to stick with over the next few months. Well done.
Most definitely, cheers.